Have you become a pro at hiding your pain? Like, not even those closest to you realize you're in pain at all, maybe. If this sounds like you, then stick around while I chat a little bit about why we mask our pain, and wait until the end for a few tips on how to show others and let them in on what you're really feeling. All right, let's go. Hi, it's Morgan, and welcome to my channel, Morgan's Magical Makings. As my name implies, I like to make things, but I also experience chronic pain, which affects every aspect of my life. And today I want to share with you a bit about masking or hiding your pain. A lot of us that experience chronic pain have probably masked our pain on multiple occasions. Okay, so let's start with what is masking. Masking is when you deliberately choose to not show what you are truly feeling. So if you're experiencing pain, but outwardly you're not showing that, or you're pretending like you're not in pain and you're pretending like you're fine, that is masking. And I've heard it in more of the mental health world, like masking ADHD symptoms or masking autism symptoms. But masking can apply to a lot of different things. It's just hiding what you truly feel. So why do we hide our pain? Why do we mask? And this varies a lot from person to person, but some examples of why we might mask are fear of being misunderstood. It's easier sometimes to just pretend you're fine than to actually try to explain it to people. Other times you might feel shame of your pain. You might be ashamed of it, and maybe because of the way it came about your pain, or for whatever reason, maybe you feel shame around your pain. But also then there's the fear of not being believed. I think a lot of people that experience pain have this fear of not being believed because it's just your word. A lot of the times you don't have anything that you can show for it. Yeah, so that can be pretty difficult. In the beginning, when I was first realizing that I had chronic pain, I didn't even tell my husband. It wasn't until it got to the point where I couldn't hide it anymore that I had to talk about it. But talking about it and removing the mask and showing my pain allowed my husband to help me out and for me to help me, because I wasn't making space in my life for the way I could operate with my pain. I was just trying to continue life as if I weren't in pain, and I was letting others believe that I was fine. But removing that mask and starting with my husband and then showing others the pain that I was dealing with tremendously helped me. So anyways, that is a little bit of my story with masking pain. You can probably think of your own experiences, maybe similar to mine, maybe different, but where you were hiding your pain. So there are risks and downsides of masking, and those include being irritable. I know before I removed my mask, I was very irritable because everyone outside of you has all of these expectations for you, and it becomes very difficult for you to meet those expectations. And it can be very isolating to be the only person to know what's going on with you, and that can lead to depression and anxiety. So it just helps to have somebody that knows what you're experiencing, even if it's just one person, because masking and chronic pain in general are very isolating. And by masking and hiding your pain, you might exert too much because somebody might be asking too much of you, and maybe you're afraid to say no, and you don't want to let them know that you're in pain, and you also don't want to let them down, so you push through and you exert too much, and you end up in more pain that you probably also don't tell anybody about. And then also, by doing this and masking over long periods of time and exerting too much, you could worsen your condition by forcing your body to do things that are causing it pain and to be in situations that are strenuous for you. Yeah, that can overall worsen your condition. So what are the benefits of removing your mask and showing your pain? Well, for one, it lets those close to you understand you more and also be able to support you, because they can't help you or support you if they don't know what you're going through. You have to open up to allow them into your life and into this specific part of your life that you might have been keeping from them. By removing your mask, you also make room for yourself by giving yourself more accommodations or little things to live more comfortably that you might not have been giving yourself permission to do before. You also might meet others going through similar things and experiencing similar pain. And by building this community, it helps you not feel so alone. And you might also get some really good tips and advice to live your life more comfortably. And also, a surprising, maybe unexpected benefit of removing your mask is that others around you will remove their masks as well. And you might be surprised at what others have been hiding or concealing all this time and keeping to themselves. Alright, so I have a few tips that might help you in your unmasking process. These are a few things that have helped me. So start by telling just one person that's close to you. So I started with my husband. Just tell them that this is a new experience for you, coping with this chronic pain, but also talking about it with somebody else. It's gonna be a bit weird in the beginning to try to describe what you're feeling out loud. Pain is such a taboo topic in our society, so we don't really have very good language to describe how we're feeling and also be comfortable saying those things to other people. Usually we're taught to, not talk about our pain. It makes other people uncomfortable or whatever. Or you might think you're complaining or something like that. We just have all of these preconceived ideas in our head about what talking about our pain is like. It takes practice. So that's why starting with just one person and figuring out how to navigate talking about your pain can be very helpful to figure out before you tell even more people. So that way, by the time you're telling other friends and family, you've got confidence talking about it and you're comfortable talking about it. Another tip is to have a daily pain check-in with somebody close to you. This sounds kind of odd, and I guess it doesn't even have to be daily. My husband and I have got into this practice of it being a normal thing on a daily or however often basis for me to just vocalize how I'm feeling, what my pain is feeling like. There is value in acknowledging your own pain and validating it, as well as having someone else do that, and you get more practice at talking about your pain. Alright, so the final takeaway for this video is to get comfortable talking about your pain, especially if it's something you're going to be dealing with for a long time or even the rest of your life. And we all hide our pain, whatever form it may come in, but it's nice to be able to not hide all the time, to remove the mask you're always wearing and show your pain to those near you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to never miss another video with me. And if you want to know more about my life with chronic pain and also things I've learned through my experience with chronic pain, be sure to check out my playlist, Life with Chronic Pain. I will link it down below. That is all for today. Until next time, bye guys!